Alright, good evening, happy Tuesday, welcome to camp. We are here with some Friday the 13th God Runs. Got a much later start than I normally like to, but big news, my oldest daughter did make the middle school dance team, hence the title on YouTube, and they were guessing the theme in their costumes. They got some hints from the coaches, and it was big fun, and things were a little late, and then I tried getting set up, and this one here, Lorelei, managed to step on the reset button, knock over the microphone, and get cat litter inside of my keyboard by walking across it, and that was just in the last 10 minutes. So I have a feeling she is going to make these runs exceptionally difficult, aren't you, sweetie? But that's okay. Yes, that's fine. But she's happy, she's sitting here. Hey Kate, welcome in, hope you're having a good Tuesday. I'm good, Lorelei's good. You want to look and say hi, Lorelei? That's close enough. Yeah, let's get started here. Not going to be able to go as long as normal tonight just because it's much later, well not much later, like 10-15 minutes later than I'd normally like to have, but let's see what we got. George here, Mark, not good. Paul, that's fine. Laura. Not a great start. Let's go with Chrissy and hope it works well. Yep, she is, she will be 20 in July. Zelda is currently in the other room right now. She was just walking through here, but then not sure exactly where she went, but... Oh, there she is. She's walking back in now. Nope, I was going the wrong way. Made it. This is the best path for him to start on, the top right cabin. Yeah, Zelda's very camera shy. She doesn't like to be on camera that much, but she's standing right by my feet. Okay, so Laura, no health gone. We are still good. Fortunately, my hands are very slippery because of the cat litter Lorelei brought over here. Hey Chris, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. My favorite challenge is probably just a straight up stone only. That gives me everything I love about the game without any of the ridiculous without having to worry about not getting hit or anything. I can actually keep track of how many fights. I have to save Laura, otherwise the run is over. Because if Laura gets, even if she gets passive damage, I have to reset. But eventually we'll be back to runs where Laura can take the damage she rightfully deserves. That was 2. This will be 3. That was close. Yeah, I got a little bit... I over-mashed. I tried to mash too quickly. My stone didn't throw, and then I got myself stuck. That was completely on me. Okay, Chrissy, not bad. Laura... George... We've got a 50% chance that we just go to the left and he'll be right there. Hey Ewing, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yep, here he is. Oh, thanks, Kate. It's been... Hopefully things will be a lot easier now. With the girls' last cheer competition was on Saturday. So they're done with... Well, they still... For some reason, they've still got normal cheer practices for the next 2 weeks because there's a showcase. But then after that, cheer season is over, but now with my oldest making the middle school team, she's going to have practices there, but we're not sure exactly when that is. But like, she's going to be in... They have a like a festival in our village, and their cheer team is part of the, like, they're in the parade and everything. It's big fun. I hope the birthday was nice. Lorelai, how did you get... I just put fresh litter that was supposed to be, like, less dust in the litter box, and she's still all over the place, covered in litter. Yep, we found out yesterday it was very tense. The people that made it, like, they were supposed to post the team at 3:30, and it didn't get posted until 3:38. But it was kind of cool. She had my wife's phone, like, my wife was refreshing the Facebook tryout page to see if her number was there, and it hadn't been posted yet, and then my daughter took the phone and they had posted it right away, and she was actually the one that got to tell us that she made the team. So that was really cool. And then tonight we went out, and right after school we went out and paid her. Whoops, that was a 25% chance you'd be there. I'm not doing well tonight. This is horrible. But we went out, we paid her fees, and then we filled out her registration and everything. So she is all good to go. Hey Steven, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. Hope your Tuesday's going well. Okay, so we got Mark here. I don't want to end up using Mark. It's gonna be a lot tighter if I go with Chrissy here, but I'm still gonna risk it. Hopefully I can still make it here. This is a pretty long hike on this part, through this part. Probably would have been better off if I just went through the... Oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Would have been better off cutting through the inside of the lake. Yep, didn't make it. Mark took passive damage. Hey Remy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Oh, not a bad time at all. I'm just, like, I'm just being terrible tonight. I'm getting hit all over the place on day 1. Doesn't bode well for if I ever make it to day 2 and 3. Which is a little weird, because I did some practice runs on save states with day 3 today. And the only time I got hit was when I went into the, like, if it was a live run and I had 11 bars of health left on day 3 and it was still perfect, I would not risk going into the woods at dusk because I wouldn't want to deal with the wolves. But in this case, since I was just trying to get through it, I did, and I got hit by a wolf on the second to last, before Jason popped up the second to last time. Which is precisely why I go out of my way to avoid going into the forest at dusk. I probably would have actually made it through there too, but I was a little bit off. I ran to the right and had to stay in the woods a little longer. If I would have ran straight to the left, I would have been fine. One. Brood. 2. 3. Alright, so that is 3 battles. Probably shouldn't be trying to update my count here while I'm avoiding zombies, but what are you gonna do? Let's actually just put that to 4 right away. Assuming I don't get hit here. Hey Kyoto, welcome in. Thanks for the jump scare. Well timed too. That one, I don't know how much that came up on camera, but I did jump on that one. So that was very well placed. 4, this is battle 5. Battle 6. Oh, we missed him. That's right, I was too busy trying to mash that down. So this will be 7, and we'll be at 8 after we get through the lake. 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that one was actually closer. He'll show up at 43 if there's nothing to block him. And that first zombie going at an angle was very problematic. 3, 4. Nope, there's 3, 4. 5. Alright, now we need someone in the bottom right corner. Bottom right corner of the lake loop. One, 2, 3. And there's no one there. That's okay, we can still catch them and get a couple fights here. Yeah, Jason really hated Paul last time, or Klaus did. This is gonna be 2 battles. So this will be 11 after this one. I was gonna say, where is he? 1, 2. Chase him down. Okay, so this is 12. Didn't get 13. Right, 13 will be right here. Chrissy is launching rocks. That's my story. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, well, actually, no, I don't want Paul to move up one cabin. We don't want that, because then we'll get another cabin fight. 1. Lorelei. 4. That's 1. Lorelei. Lorelei, you need to stop. She was trying, I'm sitting there, I don't know if you can see my eyes kind of slowly keep glancing to the right. She's trying to push the top loader off of the desk again. Hey Atma, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I need this one to go take a nap. Hey GamePro, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yes, or if you would just sit still here, that would work really well too. You just gotta sit still though. Really disappointed to lose that halfway through day 1, but what are you gonna do? Alright, we got a 50-50 shot of him being just inside the loop here. Catnip caused Zelda to go so crazy, so I stopped buying it when they were kittens. Like, she would go... It had so much of a bigger impact on her than it did on, like, the cats I had growing up. And, I mean, they're almost 20 now. Let's see, this is one battle. Oh, well, happy birthday. I actually probably won't be here on Thursday either. I've got some other projects that I'm working on, and Thursday nights seem like a time that'll probably work best to do those. So I'll probably try to do like Tuesday and Wednesday for this, and then take Thursday nights off. Plus, that actually works out well, because then I can hang out and watch/listen to Narthex's drum streams. That's 4. I should probably be a little more careful about trying to update the counter. There we go. Now we'll get the last one when we're way over on this side. Then we can catch him again here. And this will be battle 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. One, 2, 3. All right, and this will be 9. Oh, geez, that's not a... Those aren't the kind of anniversaries you want. Sorry to hear that. Are you gonna sit... How? Lorelei, sit still, please. Like, I don't know, like, she's sitting here, I'm kind of trying to hold her to keep her from walking up on the desk and knocking stuff over. But I've got so much cat litter dust on my hand now. That's and I'm hoping that they didn't force you to work a split shift on your birthday. 2, 3. Wow. Hey, I'm looking at that right. I did not get hit there. I feel like I deserved to get hit there. But I'm not going to argue with the fact that Chrissy's health bar is full. I don't know how I avoided damage there. 1, 2. This is actually really good, though. We want Jason to get stopped in this cabin. Very good for South Forest fights. Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, I got a later start than normal due to dance team stuff, but I really wanted to get back into this because it's been way too busy the last few weeks. It's like yeah, it was a later start than normal, but I really wanted to make it happen, so we're going with it. And just hoping Lorelei allows a few good runs here. So right now, she's being very difficult. was close. 3. I can't get out of day 1. This is a problem. Paul, Laura, Debbie. I don't like this seat at all. Let's try a different one. Oh, you always work a split shift on Thursdays? Okay. Unfortunately, the game had other ideas, and it's like, okay, it was like Final Destination. You didn't take damage on the boat, so we're gonna... Well, I guess the game didn't cause that. I caused that by trying to move too early into my jump. I hope that's the case. I mean, I know I'm definitely capable of doing it. I've got multiple 2-hitters. And one of them was just one mistake, and one mistake. I was off by like 1/8 of a second on a jump, which caused 2 hits. Chrissy, Debbie, Laura. Not great. Well, the big thing is just mainly not having a... I've noticed that the runs get significantly better when Lorelei goes to lay down. That's okay, this seed was trash anyway. Okay, so good, we got George there, that's a good start. Paul here, perfect. And one of the few times there is not a single counselor in the cave loop. Please give me an instant buzzer. Instant buzzer? Yes! That's what I like to see. So now we know right where he is. We don't have to worry about him running through most of the cave loop before we even get a single cabin fight. But this looks... Lorelei, please don't nuzzle my hand while I'm trying to dodge. Alright. We're good. Yeah, I could say RNG manipulation failure. Alright, come on. There he is. Alright, battle number 2. Can't even get... I haven't even got halfway through day 1 yet. That's just awful. There's really no reason any run should be lost in day 1. Alright, that's 2. He's in there. Then he'll go in there. And then we wait for him over here. Should be able to get a second fight right in here. Yep. Now we want to be on the left side of the screen here. We can be as close as possible. Yes! So this will be 6. Very nice. We're gonna wait. And get the 7th hit way over here. Beautiful. And now we're further down the path. Awesome. See, that's how you manipulate him to get a couple extra fights in. love it. This is so good. Yeah, I have no idea what the total fight counter was. Am I up to like 11? Hey Gerardo, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. His speed is his speed change is most pronounced on day 2. But he does have, like, he'll be in what I like to call rage mode, where he won't back off. He'll just kind of keep running at you, and he moves faster then. But yeah, if he ate the day-old Taco Bell that Laura left out, that's when he has the real problems. That was such a good stretch. I have to remember that too, because that is very, that run there is very repeatable. Alright, good. Didn't get hit by the zombie. So this will be 14 after we get through the kids. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. An outhouse would be really cool. You could see Chuck from part 3 in there. You gotta wonder where Jason actually does laundry too. Like how ripe does that purple suit smell? Like the counselors are not only trying to dodge a machete, but they're trying to dodge passing out because it just smells so bad. Yep, he'll show up at 43 seconds and 33 seconds on the lake, assuming he's not blocked by a zombie or a crow. Alright, so we're going to the cave now. Where's my zombie? 1, 2, 3. Go! Made it! Beautiful. Look at that. No health gone. Made it in time. He sits in this little spot for a long time, which is really nice. I'm gonna do the same thing we did last time. Aw. Okay, so this will be battle 16. A kettle would make sense. Like, he's got that toilet in his shack. And I'm guessing that's not hooked up to actual plumbing. Like, did he just find a toilet and bring it back and it's just got no water in it? Because that shack looked like it was something he made, so if it's something he just threw together, he's not going to have actual plumbing in that thing. Almost jumped into the zombie because of the screen scroll. That would have been bad. Alright, this is battle 17. Alright, now we'll be at 18. I probably shouldn't be pausing it, because pausing it seems to make me lose focus, but I really want to keep track of the fights I've got, too. This is 19. I mean, this, with that great stretch in the North Forest, should have no problem finishing day, the next day over here. finishing day 1. Right, so this will be 19? Like, how does he hook it up to the sewers and stuff? How does he get running water? I definitely think that there is a cat conspiracy. Well, not so much a cat, like Zelda doesn't really get involved. I feel so bad, like I keep talking to her and forgetting that she can't hear. So like she doesn't hear what I'm saying. I just always end up feeling so bad about that. I was gonna say, where is he? Or like when she's laying down or not looking and I go to pet her, she kind of gets scared because she doesn't, unless she sees a shadow or something, she has no idea I'm there. One, two, three, four. This should be 21. Walk away, zombie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Scroll the screen a little bit, go to the next tree, and we stop. Actually, looks like we stop right when the 4th tree gets on the screen. 1. That was close. Alright, he's going into the cave. If there's no one here, he'll come out over at this. And now we're close enough to the end of the day where I can take the empty large cabin fight. Stop it, Jason. There we go. Oh, this was the fight to the death already? Oh, I needed to keep better. That keeping track there actually hurt me. Because I thought I still had a couple more fights to go before he did a fight to the death. Maybe I need to stop keeping track. Okay, we got Chrissy, we got Debbie. That's something I think Jason would do really well sharpening blades. Whoa, okay, I like this. Nice to have him on this route. Let's see if I can not screw this up. That was close. See, I'm not going to keep track anymore. Keeping track is what caused the problem on the last one. I should have actually, anytime I'm getting even remotely close, I should just not try to fight to the death. Oh boy, this is brutal. Mark, Paul, Laura. This could be doable. Got a 75% chance of this working. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna try the South Forest stock, for lack of a better term. See if we can get a bunch of extra fights here. That was close. Hey Gunslinger, welcome in. Hope your Tuesday's going well. Lorelei. Lorelei, come on. I need to watch The Ring again. That's such a good movie. Oh, that sounds like the kind of comic I'd like. An intimidating but wholesome Jason. Hey. Hi. Let's see how this goes now that she's back in the mix. And we're gonna get a fight here. Gotta remember to finish it on the right side of the screen. Moonwalk. Unfortunately, if the screen starts scrolling a little bit and it lags, he won't take any damage. So I got 9 hits there, but the 10th didn't count. Alright, so this is, I think... Well, we'll find out based on Jason's weapon, but I think this is... Yeah, this is Battle 2 already. So we're going to need a really nice stretch of fights in the North Forest. Otherwise, it's going to be dusk before you know it, and then we're going to be dealing with the extra zombies. Nope. It definitely... Like, it's too bad, like, I try to come up with all these different challenge runs to make the game harder. Because the vanilla game just, unfortunately, it doesn't hold any challenge for me anymore. But trying to keep Lorelei in check, like, cat percent, definitely makes things nicer, or harder. Hey Ace, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. 1. Oh, I thought he was gonna back up on me there. 4. 5, 2 more to go. Uh-oh. I did not think I made that one. Nope, didn't get that one though. This is Friday the 13th, one of the most misunderstood games ever made. It's very confusing, but once you learn how it works, I found pretty much a very overwhelming majority of people that learn how the game works end up enjoying it. But it just, they explain nothing about how it works, so to get to that point is the big problem. The category. Yep. Yeah, a lot of, like, AVGN actually, he's admitted that he actually likes this game, but that doesn't make for good or entertaining content, and it doesn't really fit what he was doing at what he does on his channel. Yep, yeah, the rocks kind of have a curve, which makes hitting zombies very annoying. Speaking of What? That doesn't feel like day 1 speeds. Hey Serum, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I have a couple world records in this game. Oh, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I have a couple world records, but on this category, it's... D-Tysonator's the only one that's done a God Run before, so it's never actually been timed. I could time it if I ever finish this. Hey, George there. But I'm guessing it's probably not... This is the same seed, basically. I'm guessing it's not going to be tonight based on the fact that it's been 43 minutes and I still haven't got to day 2. I would have got to day 2 if I wasn't counting fights. Yeah, Jason's definitely going to... He's way too old to be this aggressive. Palmer. These seeds are garbage. Okay, Mark there, good. Paul there, good. Put Laura in a Chrissy in a useful... Okay, alright. If there's no instant buzzer, we got Jason as soon as we walk into the cave. That's good. Alright, that's what I like to see. Top right is the... Actually, top right or the bottom middle on the forest route. Now that I think I've got that... The forest stalk on him. Those are both very good starts. Anything that isn't the 50% at the cave loop. Yeah, I have a couple Pamela figures, but I'm not... I mean, they're Friday 3 Pamela. Not Friday 1. Yep, I've got probably 7 or 8 perfect games, but in those I use the torch. In this one, I can't use the torch, I can only use rocks. Old man Jason giving all the advice. Hey Ab, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. That is a great mod to be able to play this game. On an NES Classic. Yeah, there's 3 people have done a perfect game on this. D-Tysonator, myself, and a Slackinator just got his a couple weeks ago. Smack. Oh, there's actually a pretty... I wouldn't say the community for this isn't huge, but it's very dedicated. Like, all of us have kind of bonded over people, like, hating on the game, but I've noticed a lot of times when people will comment that they don't like the game, you can, if you ask for specifics about what they don't like, they end up just quoting AVGN, so it's kind of like, okay, well, you've never actually played the game, you're just listening to what someone else said about it. But I can definitely understand why people that have given this a real shot wouldn't like it. Just because it is so overly complicated, and until you can figure out what you're doing, it's definitely not a game for everybody. 6 and 7. We gonna get a second one? Nope. See, this is why we like that top right start. So many path fights before we even get into a cabin. This is an original cart on a RGB modded top loader. And I've got a Retro Tank 5X Pro that makes it all look all nice and shiny on the TV. Yeah, there's actually quite a few people that play this. I like to, like, I don't always talk when I see someone, but if I notice someone playing this, I'll usually just, at very least, lurk. But I try to avoid giving, like, explaining how things work unless someone's specifically asking. Because I know a lot of people like to figure things out for themselves. But if they want to know how things work, I have no problem sharing. Okay, yeah, we look for that the 4th tree to pop onto the screen. That's perfect. Yeah, I absolutely wish the top loaders came with a composite output or just something that isn't RF. Because the RF is so bad. Thankfully, I got mine RGB. I was able to get mine RGB modded, because that's just been such a huge game changer. The pins work so much better. It's not as finicky. But the downside is you have a reset button that a cat can very easily walk over. I hope Betsy Palmer's family gets some residuals from that. What's wrong, Lorelai? Not sure if that was audible. She's in the other room. It's the second time he got me like that. What am I doing wrong? George, Mark, Paul, Laura. I think I might just have to take the first seed that gets out of day 2 that gets into day 2 at this point. And just play it out the whole way, because this has been brutal. Okay, Mark, good. Paul. Well, even if there's an instant buzzer, that's not gonna work. Okay, George, good. Mark, Paul, Laura. Why is Chrissy always here? I have to use Mark here. It's the only shot. Even though I hate using Mark. His throwing arm is terrible and his rowing speed in the lake is so unsafe. Hey, and Turbulent, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Come on. That was close. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing very well, but the runs tonight have been hot garbage. I only had one that would have got out of day 1 so far, and I was trying to keep track of my path of my total fights so I'd know when I got to a fight to the death. And I miscounted. So I thought I wasn't in a fight to the death, and I was trying to mash him away, and he didn't run off. Yeah, the platforming does have it's even more so if you go into the cave, then it's a lot more Castlevania-like. But we avoid the cave in this. Yeah, it's kind of got that soothing yet creepy music. Especially the cabin theme here. There we go. I wonder, like, you try to present Jason with the deed and he ends up killing you. Like, does that little head tilt. 3, 4. Hey Chaser, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. What's up, fellow gamer? This has been a horrid night. Well, horrid night in game. Still haven't got out of day 1. Playing like absolute poop. I keep getting baited by Jason and hit with an axe as soon as I land. And that's on day 1. Day 1 should never, ever, ever get hits. I've had this one too, where he's thrown the axe twice quite a bit, and that one's really annoying. And this seed made me use Mark. And Chrissy is far better than Mark. That's the third time that's happened tonight. Oh, you finished up a project. I like to hear that. Is it a project that involves glorious hair? Oh, it's the same person that did Uninvited and Shadowgate and Deja Vu. That makes a lot of sense. I don't remember a lot. I don't know the music from Uninvited, but I know a couple tracks from Shadowgate and Deja Vu, and it definitely does have it definitely does fit. Hey, Shredder on Twitch, welcome in. George, Mark. Possibly, that's what I like to hear. On a scale of, like, that to Laura, how much bigger is that one than this beauty? This was made by the nerdy wood artist himself. Look it up on the Instagrams. But I've got this very nice Laura wood pixel art. We also have Maria from Ghost Lion. And the most adorable beings in the planet, Metroids. This is all made out of wood. 21 by 16. Oh, that's awesome. I'm probably just gonna try to get it, like, rearrange up here so that can be sitting on the top shelf. Because, I mean, yeah, the shelves behind me are adjustable, but... Oh, I can show that wood. Yeah, Steven, if you like those, is it the Nerdy Wood Art, just the Nerdy Wood Artist on Instagram? Like, there's just... I mean, I've got those three, 2 more that are coming, and my wife has 2 upstairs. And we keep getting more because it's so awesome. Very excited to show off these next 2 when they get here, too. I don't even remember what the... Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember what the... I was like, I'm so focused on the one that you said you just finished that I forgot what the other one was. Oh, you did? I like that. What one is it? I like duplicate NES carts. You can see, actually, you can't really see that well, but the nerd, it should be, let's see. That's the wrong one. Did I spell that right? I think it should just be that on Instagram. Michael Andretti. So that's got to be racing. I do love the racing games. Hey Matthias, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. You can see it's not 464, but back up to 14 carts. Not going to be going for as many as I used to have, but just getting ones that I regularly play. Is there anyone? Okay, George. It has, yeah, real life is always comes first. Unfortunately, that's where I've been most of the time. We had cheer competitions the last couple weekends, and very big news, my oldest daughter made the middle school dance team, which is very, very competitive here. Like, they're frequently winning state for their division, and it's what, like, all the... There's so many girls that try out for it. Unfortunately, a couple of her friends that she was practicing with didn't make it, but... That's why we ended up going to the really expensive dance gym that they're... I mean, the cheer that they're in now, because they teach better skills than the elementary school team. Thanks for the good luck, Norton. Welcome in. Hope your Tuesday's going well. Okay, we're in that cabin. I was gonna be running to the right, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is the cave loop. This is actually kind of bad. This is not gonna be many battles before we get into a possibly third path fight. I mean, cabin fight. Because you hit dusk after you've been in a cabin, been in and out of a cabin 5 times. And we don't want that, because dusk means extra zombies. No buzzer. I don't want to hear a buzzer. No one's in that cabin. Jason's gonna go in the cave, come out, check the cabin, see no one's there. Biscuits! I think you just, as far as I know, Chaser, they just have to ask what you want and send a picture. I know some things are hard, like, some things, I'm not sure what determines what can and can't be made, but I'm assuming, like, there's some, like, size issues and everything, but yeah, just check with him and he can let you know, like, what the cost would be and if it's possible, and it's, like, so cool to see. Just, like, I was looking for something to put behind me here after I had to sell my NES collection. And the timing, like, well, we already had this, but just getting more of this, it's so unique. These are so cool, so heavy duty. And even just looking at the back of it, it's like it's like reversible. Look at that. Again, Maria. When I first saw Ghost Lion, I thought it was Dragon Warrior 4. Like, not to like try to give you a ton of extra work, Chaser, but that it is. I mean, and guessing it's obvious how much I enjoy your work because I keep saying, hey, can you make me this one? And I'm guessing there's, like, as soon as something else pops into my head, I'm gonna be like, hey, how about this? Oh, Sweet Home! I should play that again this Halloween. That game is so good. I'd say Sweet Home is definitely creepier than this. Uh-oh. My count was a little off there. So we're gonna be at 3 cabin fights before he even leaves the lake. That is bad. But yeah, as long as you have, like, pixel art and can send that over, then it can be looked at and figured out if it's possible to do. I don't know, like I said, I don't know the logistics. I have nowhere near the skill or knowledge to do any of that, but Chaser does. Yeah, I love how the translation, the person that did the translation I used for Sweet Home even mentioned Resident Evil. And I believe, if I remember right, the original Resident Evil was initially being set up to be a Sweet Home remake. Which just means we need a legitimate Sweet Home remake. Or remaster, something of that sort. Like, I'd love to see that game. Usually I prefer games like 8-bit or 16-bit, like more pixelated. But I think Sweet Home would be really interesting, especially the most I don't want to spoil parts of the game, but I think, Steven, you know Sweet Home really well. You know the scene I'm talking about. Probably the most graphic scene ever made on the NES. I'd love to see how they do that scene with modern technology. And just the story to that game is so deliciously dark. I mean, like, I almost gave away a big part of the story there, but thankfully I filtered myself. But it's just like, how does that happen with a furnace? Let's just say that. I definitely still have Sweet Home on my flash cart. So this is Battle 4 already. Oh, that is true. Yeah, the best ending is still... And I love how, like... You can... There's, what is it? 5 different endings? Depending on who's all alive. Like, there's permadeath and... It's so good. And thankfully, Steve, I'm still glad you were there for that, Steven. I'd still be wandering around trying to get, was it like that item that was under the table? Really early in the game, I'd still be looking for that if you weren't nice enough to help me. Like that's, well, I probably would have pulled up a guide at some point, but I always appreciate having someone that knows what they're doing, like how things work around when I'm playing a game like that. Like there was one, A Link to the Past seed I still remember, where my fire rod to get up Ganon's tower was in the Ganon's tower big chest. And I had completely forgot that was even a thing. And thankfully Bedwa was here and I was leaving. He's like, hey, that could be in the Ganon's tower big chest. Like, oh. And I've never once forgot about the GT big chest since then. Come back here. Right, no buzzer, please. Great, it's gonna be dusk already. He's not even half dead. You get bit by 4 people before the ending? I just remembered the part in Sweet Home where it's like, oh, it's a nice fountain, let's drink from the water. And then you get the text after. Haha, this is the blood of my victims. What? Oh, it is... Sweet Home is just... I understand why it never got a release here. But it's so disappointing that it didn't, because that game deserves so much. It needs to have so many more people on, like so many more eyes on it. Oh. That's why we hate dusk. George, Mark, Paul. Chrissy is in a terrible spot. Oh, okay. That's a lot of death. This should hopefully be better. This isn't the spot you want him to start, because he covers so much more ground that you can't chase him down on the paths. Yeah, I'm especially just even the catalyst for the entire story. That would not fly here. It definitely wouldn't have then. Maybe it would be fine now. Like, we've got stuff like The Last of Us now, where they could probably get away with that, but I'm guessing that game would have... Well, what kind of ratings was... was like The Last of Us or Resident Evil, were those like NC-17 or whatever? I'm guessing they weren't rated E for everyone. Why? Capcom made a remake or a remaster of Dead Rising, didn't they? What's going on, Zelda? Oh wait, forget, she can't hear me. Hey, sweetie, I'll still talk to her anyway, though. You wanna come over here? Come on! Sometimes if I go like this, that'll get her to come over. It's actually really nice. She's been... Usually she doesn't come... Zelda won't come into this room. She'll usually stay in, like, the other parts of the basement, and she does not want to go up. She's got no interest in going upstairs. But earlier today, she came in here, and she crawled under the blankets on the bed and took a very nice nap. Oh, hey, Zelda, come on in! Well, I'm talking to her, telling her to come in. She can't see me, because she's behind a little table. And she can't hear. But I got it. Well, it doesn't hurt anything if I talk to her and she can't hear me. Hey, sweetie, come on up. I'm doing it again, talking to a cat that is deaf. Come here, sweetie. Where'd you go? Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Hey, come here. I set that up so you could jump up here if you want to. Uh-oh. Hey, Zelda. Alright, we're gonna finish this battle and Zelda's gonna say hi. Oh, no. Aw, she moved. She got down. She was sitting on my lap, and I was all set to pick her up and show her off. Zelda, over here! Yeah, she didn't catch any of that. Or that. I hope she's not, like, upset or thinking I don't care, because I didn't stop to pet her during that fight. This is the worst part. 1, 2, 3, slow down. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, we'll be able to tell roughly how many battles we've been in based on the weapon he's holding. Machete, 2. Perfect. This is much. I mean, it's not a lot of his health that's gone, but we still got 3 more cabin fights before dusk hits and the extra zombies start causing problems. Hour 12 minutes, and I still haven't even got to day 2. I might just have to suck it up and just go. Yes. Alright, this is 3. And we should get a lot of fights now in the South Forest, like anywhere between 5 and 8. Zelda! Yeah, she's not catching anything. Yeah, all the rocks to the knee, his His mask is probably full of chips. Because it's just getting... No matter how strong the mask is, it's not going to hold up to getting hit with hundreds of rocks. Now we go to the second path till it's just about off the screen and we stop. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do another pass just to be safe. And 14. Okay, I think I might just have to play this next one out. Just do a stone only, because I can't keep resetting all these. This is... I don't think I've ever had a night this bad. But I mean, it makes sense that I'd be a little rusty, because I've only been practicing day 3. I shouldn't need to practice day 1. Laura, Debbie, Chrissy. This seed is trash. Paul, Laura. That's the same one, I think. George. Okay, Mark. They're good, good. Perfect. Alright. This we can work with. So if there's no instant buzzer... Alright, we're gonna turn around. It's you don't, if you have to get to that top right cabin, do not take the outer loop. It is too long. But the lake loop. Yeah, the vitamins are actually Jason's medicine. When I first saw them as a kid, I thought they were... I always called them potions, but I initially thought they were jars of blood. And that was before I even knew Friday the 13th was a movie series. I just saw that and I was like, oh, it's a blood jar. Because I knew he had knives and stuff. Alright. We're good. Not taking any hits on day 1. This one, I think I'm going to play through no matter what. I'd like to finish at least one run a night, and... it's getting to the point where I've just got to go, because these runs take like 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how quickly everything goes. So we're just gonna play this one through no matter what, unless I get hit really like within the next minute. Then maybe I'll try resetting. Three, whoops. 4. Come back here. Bad zombie. 4. No buzzer. I said no buzzer. As in no. If it had lyrics, I think it'd just be like a big scream. Passed out drunk? I never thought about him being passed out drunk, but I like that. Yeah, I'm not sure what the whistle would have done. I'm also very... well, there were a couple other ones. There was a whistle, a cross. I'm guessing the cross would have had something to do with the graveyard. Like, I wish someone knew someone, like, was able to get in touch with the person that worked on the programming for this. Because I have so many questions. Like, I'd want to know about how they decided to do the RNG too. Because the RNG system in this game is... We've had multiple coders go through this game and say that the RNG, that the way they set up RNG in this is like nothing they've ever seen before. Like, if you want to know more about that, 8-Bit Steve and Slackinator have a podcast called NES Fanatics, and they have an episode on this, about this game. And Steve kind of goes into a little more detail of the specifics on how they made the RNG for this. And it's just, it's so cool to hear about, like, how the coding works and everything. Hey B, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. This is a top-loading NES with the original cart. The top loader is RGB modded. So I have it hooked up to a retro tank and then on a normal HD TV. But I prefer dog bones to brick controllers. Unfortunately, I had to stop using one of my... I have 3 dog bones, had to stop using one of them because the down left was getting worn out from this game too much. But this one's still going strong. I know when they took Killer Puzzle off the market, I made sure... I've never played it, but I downloaded it on my phone just because I knew it was going away. I do have a CRT in the other part of the basement, but that's something I'm going to be giving to Chaser next time I see him. And I have another CRT that my parents have that I might use for like Hogan's Alley or stuff, because I do have a light zapper, but I'd have to do a lot of rearranging to get a CRT in here. And we're playing this out. Actually, no, 920, I'm gonna reset. I've still got a chance to get through day 1 here. This has been I had those, like, a 2-hitter and a 3-hitter, I think, last time I did this. 2 remarkable runs in one night, and now it's just hot garbage. Hey, Yak, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Oh, I was wondering what the difference between the gray and the orange one was. I bought a gray one. Oh, yep. I've actually got EverDrive N8 Pro. EverDrives are just, they're so good. Absolutely love them. Okay, that's not good. Mark Paul. Is anyone going to be in a good spot here? Trash Seed. I know this probably isn't a very popular opinion, but my favorite Zapper game was Hogan's Alley. I liked Hogan's Alley more than Duck Hunt. Okay, Debbie. Alright, this could work. Alright, now we're not going to reset when I take a pathetic day 1 hit. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to assume he's on the top left and just hope we don't get the buzzer at the bottom. Alright, perfect. Well, not necessarily perfect. Missed out on a couple path fights here, but... 4... Unfortunately, he's gonna attack Mark now. Whoa. Not quite yet, I guess. 3... Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like, I didn't even know Hogan's Alley was a thing. Mine I had to install the ROMs for it, but I have like one of those like 50,000 game Raspberry Pis. So I just took the SD card from that, loaded it onto my computer, and put everything onto the EverDrive. So I've got well, not everything. A lot of the, like, 40,000 games are, like, Mario Brothers in German, Mario Brothers in Spanish, Mario Brothers in English, and they count that as 3 games. So I got rid of all the filler ones in languages I don't know. But if there's something I'm missing, I can just put that SD card back in. And then grab it and put it on the EverDrive. Like, my parents had some friends that lived about an hour away, and they had a Nintendo. And we went over to their house, and I was like 8 or 9, and they're like, oh, we have a Nintendo in the basement if you want to go do that, because I always wanted to play Nintendo. So they got me to go in the basement for a while and leave the adults alone. I don't know what my brother and sister were doing at that time, but I played Bases Loaded, and then I saw Hogan's Alley, and I'm like, oh, this is a Light Zapper game, and I kept shooting the wrong people, and it was great. And I've loved Hogan's Alley ever since. 1, 2... 3... And instant fight. That was close. I've played Dragon Warrior quite a bit. I've only played Shadowgate for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. But I do need to... Shadowgate's one of those games I do want to play eventually. Great music. I've watched Mireg play their... I think it's their remaster or whatever it's called. And I've always liked the point and clicks. Like, I was really into Maniac Mansion, even though I could only finish that game if I had Bernard. I know it's possible to beat the game with, like, pretty much every combination of kids. But I only knew how to do it by figuring out the high score in the arcade game. I think that was the only way I knew how to get into the lab. Right, no one in that cabin, no buzzer, Jason just popped right over here. Oh, Infested. I've never heard of that one. I have heard of Faxanadu. Wait. Yeah, I know I've heard of Faxanadu. I'm trying to remember if that was the one that looked a lot like Zelda 2, but I think that was Battle of Olympus. Both great games, though. A Game Boy Color Shadowgate. I should have got that. I don't think I still have my Game Boy Color. 1, 3, 4. Slightly to the right. Jason, you're not supposed to be following me at that speed. Fine, we'll just do that. We'll miss the extra fight over here at the path. Oh, nope, got it. I've watched Popcorn Cannon play Deja Vu a lot. And I think that was I want to say that was in the most recent Big 20. And that's always, the Big 20 is always fun to watch, even though that's nothing I could ever do myself. So maybe I could just try a blind run sometime. Just like pull up guides or something and see if I can get through. And Looking for Giants did that, and that was awesome to see. Rude. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Jason will pop up at 43 and 33 seconds if he's not blocked by a zombie. Okay, what was the one where you collect olives or something like that? That's the one I was thinking of. I think that's Battle of Olympus. But I could be completely wrong. It might not even be olives. You might not collect olives in either of them. That could just be something that popped into my head. that I have no actual idea. And I'm just saying words. Oh, this is the lake. Okay, that was the cave. We go to the forest next. 1, 2, 3. That was close. Oh, perfect. This is what we want. We want him to attack this cabin here. Because then we can get him right as he goes into the South Forest. Hey, Guilty, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hey, Ninja Guy, welcome in. Hope your Tuesday's going well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Shadowgate remastered on Steam. Okay, that's one hit. We're just going. It's too late for me to try to reset again. This has been horrible. If that's the only hit that I take here, I'm gonna be incredibly annoyed with myself, but let's face it, at this rate, that's just one of many. Probably gonna end up having a counselor completely die on day 3. Or worse, day 2. But one hitter, this is still technically PB territory. Yikes. One. There we go. Hey, Zelda. No, we wait. Oh, I could have gotten extra fight if I ran to the right there. If you run to the right, sometimes you can get them just before the just before that down path goes off the screen. No big deal though. The run's already dead, so I don't need to worry about getting every last path fight done. Was remastered basically just like a straight remaster with updated graphics, or? Oh, I hate the death pits. Ninja Gaiden 2 was actually my favorite of the original trilogy, but that was also the one I had as a kid. I never had 1 or 3 until later. Beating 2 without Game Genie was one of my proudest accomplishments. Jason, stop it. One game that I should not... I'm so bad at Kid Icarus. If I beat the first level in Kid Icarus, it's a major accomplishment for me. Like, usually I die before I can even get halfway through the first level, even now. But I love that game. It's so much fun, even though I'm so bad at it. Like, when I used to do Moments of Failure, where I'd upload videos of me dying in games, I could have got like a year's worth of content for that just by playing Kid Icarus for a couple hours. That's how bad at Kid Icarus I am. But it's such a good game. Okay, I could just ask Mireg next time I talk to him. He's actually one of the developers for Remastered was hanging out while he was playing that, which was really cool. To kind of see their perspective and be able to talk to one of the developers about things in the game. I've snuck the extra hit. There we go. We are very close to a fight to the death now. Oh. A little early. Now that it's dusk. I mean, dusk is better than night, but it's close enough where I don't mind taking an empty cabin fight here. Alright, next one's a fight to the death. Okay, good. Caught up to him. I was gonna say, did I lose him there because I was trying to avoid zombies? So we've got 40 total hits we have to do in this fight now. Jason, stop this double axe throw. That's incredibly annoying. I really need him to back off and give me a little more space to throw some extra stones at him, but he's really not cooperating here. Maybe that's the problem I'm having. He's really being quite rude on day one here. And that would be a nice excuse as to why I've been doing so poorly. There we go. Day one is finally done. We'll be playing this out. George, Mark, Chrissy. Alright, this'll work. We're gonna take Chrissy back and meet Jason right here. Oh, skunked prune juice. That's... Well, I guess Jason... Well, no, Jason's really just trying to protect Crystal Lake from Laura. And unfortunately, the counselors don't realize what he's doing. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so he's in there. Now we run this way. That's the wrong direction. Through two rocks off to the side. We gonna get another fight? I think so. Yep. 2 hits. I should have let that fight go. But if the run wasn't dead already, I probably would have, but... Here, no big deal. Just 1 hit. On day 2. There's 2. Don't know what I was thinking there. Now I'm just getting sloppy. If someone tries to outbid Jason's bid for $1 and they end up losing, like they hold up the auction card and their arm falls off due to a machete of sorts. There we go. Alright, now he'll be going to the cave. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go for it. Shouldn't have went for it. Well, I had plenty of time. I was sitting there worried about him running off, and I still had to wait. Where's Mark? Actually, that was really dumb. That just used up an extra day-night cycle. Or does it? If I don't go into the cabin, I just use the game swap. Guess we'll find out here, based on what weapon he has. Okay, so that didn't count as an extra one. That's good. So it's only when since I didn't enter the cabin a second time. Wait, how did that work? Maybe it doesn't count it because I swapped. Yeah, 6 is my personal favorite, but 2 is very, very close behind. I am a big fan of Ginny as the final girl, though. Probably second only to Nancy Thompson for me. Nancy Thompson will forever be the best final girl. In my opinion, of course. Not saying that is the opinion everyone should have. But to me, it's Nancy. Zombie, please. Thank you. Get back here. Zombies, please. Thank you. I like to have a zombie pop up there so that I know when Jason's appearing. And if I know when Jason's appearing, I can get myself set. I like to stand about a little to the left of halfway through the screen. That way, if he stops to throw his axe, I've got time to react. And ideally, you just want him to back away. Like run at you and back off. But when he stops like that, you've still got time. That's 4. No buzzer. Our runs have been absolutely terrible. Did not have a single one make it hitless out of day 1. I think that's the first time that's happened since I started doing this challenge. Every other night I've had a hitless run get to day 2. So tonight was just extra bad. I'm gonna blame it on rust, even though that shouldn't be a thing. Got too greedy there. Well, now Mark and Chrissy are basically the same. We're gonna switch back to the best one. Zombies. Zombies. Rude. That was 3. Hey, Zelda. Coming up? Well, that's going to be 2 bars of health, but I'm getting really sloppy here trying to speed this along because it's a lot later than I thought it was. That's okay, we'll get to day 3 and we'll make sure day 3 is great. Maybe this will be Mark and we can swap back to Mark again. Because I can't stop getting hit. About halfway. Three. A missed throw. 4. Got him. Yeah, you always want Halloween to be on. If Halloween could be on Friday the 13th, that would be incredible. It's always nice when, like, Friday the 13th is in October or November, though. That's always fun. It's already dusk. Oh, maybe that did use the extra one. Okay, well, now we're gonna have to do empty cabin fights. And just deal with it being night. If they could have, like, attack trained bears, that would be so much fun. Oh boy. That is why we hate dusk and night. The lake is much better because you can get a buddy crow, but paths are so much worse. Right, next tree. Oh, perfect, zombie. Right, now Debbie may have moved into that bottom right, that bottom left cabin of the cave loop. So he's gonna go through the cave and then go right into that cabin. I don't mind hearing the buzzer now. Jeez, doesn't feel like any of his health has went away. I agree, glory to the buddy crow. 1. We love the buddy crow. What's up, Zelda? I keep talking to her like that, like she can hear me. Zelda! Sometimes if I tap on a table, that'll get her to come over and jump up. She's getting down. Oh no, she's just sitting on the arm of the couch now. I was hoping she'd come over here, because last time she did come over here, but I was in the middle of path fights and I couldn't actually hold her up or pet her or anything, so then she got... I hope she didn't get discouraged and get down. Alright. We're getting close to the end of day 2 now. Unfortunately, we have to hunt Jason down in a large cabin. I will say that 83 was the best birth year, not just because that was also the year I was born. Uh-oh. Well, now do I trust myself to do these extra cabin fights? I mean, path fights. What the heck, we're gonna trust ourselves. Say, I think he's popping up right away. Five, 6, 7. Oh. Okay, nope. Nope, nope, nope. We don't risk Chrissy. And Mark is way over here. Oh, jeez. He got there a lot quicker than I expected. Don't worry, kids. George is on it. Alright, come on. Hurry up, Crow. We're running out of time. Kids start dying at 30 seconds. But the Crow blocks other zombies and Jason from appearing. And at night, it appears after 2 zombies. Okay, good. This is a fight to the death. Well, I guess I shouldn't say good. You don't want to have a fight to the death in a cabin. Because they just take so long. But you do get to see Jason's health bar, which is nice. Of course, his health bar doesn't go down if you keep throwing rocks through a window, the window behind there, instead of actually hitting Jason. Let's see, he was going through the cave there, so he's in the forest next. Alright, we're getting there. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There we go, finally, day 3. That's true, you can't turn your back on him in cabin fights, so that's a plus. Mark over here. Terrible Coatsler layout. I went the wrong way. I just told myself, too, that he was going to be in the forest. And then I went like he was going into the cave. Well, whoever's in there is taking passive damage. But that's okay. Yeah, I was 7 when I got this, but it was 1990 for me. Yeah, like nowadays, like especially if this was an EA game, it's like pay $2.99 to unlock the knife. You want the torch or the pitchfork? $80. And like you didn't have day 1 patches or anything. The games just, they were, I mean, well, they weren't always perfectly tested, but... And one more. Got him. Yeah, controllers should not have to update. Literally, yep. Jason would not have anything to do with that. He would give that a big old nope. You never throw when he's running on the screen. That was dumb. 4, 5. This is the fun part. Day 3 path fights. Three. Big jump. Now we're talking. This is the part I like. Don't know what my count is, so we're just gonna do... Now we gotta be good. That's the wrong direction. 1. See, all these really nice path fights you can get in the South Forest. 3. Got an itch. 4, but I think we got it. 5. Zombie, please. Thank you. It just runs right through to the other side of the screen. That was great. I was kind of expecting it to stop and turn around when I jumped over it. Right now, if this was an actual perfect run so far, I'd be very cautious moving forward here, because if that zombie didn't appear, we could have ran right into him. And if you're running onto the screen like that and he appears, it's fine if he backs up to throw the axe. You've got more than enough time to react there. But if he stops right when he comes on the screen and throws the axe, you've got like a 1/5 of a second, an 1/8 of a second, really tiny window to dodge before he'll stop and launch that axe right into your head. Oh, like that. Uh-oh. Yeah, he caught up to me there. That's my bad. There, now we broke him out of the pattern. Why couldn't I do that before? Now we're either going to have an instant buzzer and he attacks the cabin on the left, but I'm going to run to the right. I thought that was 6. Okay, so he's going into that cabin. He'll pop back out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was not expecting that. But see, that's right there. If he backs up, you're fine. No worries. 4, 5. Now we got to do a cabin fight. Boo. I do try to chase him in the North Forest if I can. I actually did just figure out a way to kind of manipulate his spawns and when he leaves the screen to get more North Forest fights, and that worked out really well. It was like 6 or 7 battles I got on that stretch where I normally get 1 or 2. It does you do get a little hint of demon in that. Yeah, I had a friend that they had 60 different NES games as a kid. And it was so cool to like go over to their house and see everything stacked up on their shelf. I'd go over there and we'd play Mega Man 1 and one of his brothers, me and him, would each split, like we'd each do 2 of the Robot Masters. We were so excited when his brother beat Topsy-Turvy and Little Nemo the Dream Master and got to Nightmare Land. And they said you won't need candy anymore. We got really excited. That was so lucky. I deserved to get hit there. I wonder if I tried ducking when I was practicing earlier today to get around the wolf, and it still flew into my face. Okay, this way. Unfortunately, we had to switch to Mark because I kept letting Chrissy get hit. Alright, let's try to chase him into the North Forest this time. 3, 4, 5, 6, and we get the 7th battle way over here, 7th hit way over here, and we turn and run. This is actually a really bad place to do this. Just realizing that, but the run's already dead, so I'm not going to be too concerned. Because here, if it's perfect, I want to make sure I've always got a zombie on the screen. Like that. There, it was just pure luck that he backed away. And it seems to have, he does seem to do the back off a lot more frequently there. But still. If it was an actual perfect run at this point, I wouldn't want to be relying on that. And I'd want to be counting my hits. Yeah, because I wasn't counting properly, I'm pretty sure we lost him here. I need to be on the far right side of the screen. Right, we're in the right spot. One, two, three, four, five. I feel like he should be getting somewhat close now. Alright, he's in there. Then there. That's the wrong direction again. Stop throwing rocks off screen, please. 2, 3, 4. Oh, he doesn't go in this cabin. What am I talking about? That's a safe cabin. He does not go into that cabin. He'll go in the big one, but he doesn't go in the little one right there. 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3. Slow down. Oh, he's not that close at all. Yeah, that's what, like, it's very rare that I watch anything that isn't 8 or 16-bit on Twitch or YouTube. Like, if I'm watching someone, it's gonna be games from my childhood. Nothing really modern. Alright, so now we go to the cave. Still a long way to go. Yeah, I think this game would have been much better received if they actually explained how it worked. Like, if you look at the manual for SimCity on Super Nintendo, that game gave you so much really good information. This one gave you nothing but lies. Three, 4, 5. Come back here. I should have switched to Laura and just tried to long dodge it. That would have been a lot quicker. That way, if I got hit on a long dodge, not that big of a deal. I'm switching to a different counselor, and it's Laura, so it's not like it matters. Alright, looks like we got maybe 4 battles left. 4, maybe 5. Three, 4, 5. Oh, good. Thank you, zombie, for popping up there and giving me a shot here. 3, 4. Zombies, thank you. Alright, gotta be careful here, not do the double at 7. Just in case this is a fight to the death. 5. 6. Zombies, thank you. This should be the fight to the death now. And he starts it in rage. And he's broken out of it like a champ. That was beautiful. Yep, I think this is a fight to the death. If my count is right, that is 8, so we'll need 40 total. 9. I did better at day 3 than I did on any other day. $13-ish. Hey, Zelda. 25 or so to go. If he follows and you jump at him to trigger his attack, to throw the axe, you can sometimes have enough space to get two rock throws in. I was trying to. That's actually a good pattern to catch there, because there's a couple things he can do. Alright, did we get him out of it? Nope. I'm actually liking this a lot right now, because he is in... Oh, there. Now he's out of it. So he was kind of in super rage there. And I do like having more practice on how to avoid getting hit and trying to break him out of that. Unfortunately, now I've lost my count, so I have no idea how close he is to being dead. I'm guessing maybe 15 hits left or something. Yeah, this definitely was not my night. But I always try to at least make sure I finish the game once. So we got, this is probably what, like a 12, 13 hitter? When the last night I did this, I had I think a 3 and a 2. Oh, that was rough. I do still have Jaws. That is one of the games I still own. I kept my copy of Jaws that I got the world record on. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I suppose this would be a good time to call it here, because I have to get up in about 6.5 hours for work. Oh, thanks for the GGs, Chris. But yeah, hoping to be back with more of this tomorrow. A lot of it will depend on how quickly the kids go home and get to bed after their tumbling class tomorrow. Thanks for the GG's, Atma. Michael? But yeah, I'm hoping to be back with this tomorrow. Thursday night, I've got some other things that I'll be doing. So probably won't be here Thursday, but I think this weekend might actually be in the clear. Now that the weekends of competitions are done, I might actually be able to have a life again. Thanks, Remy, Shutter. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope everyone has a great night. Stay safe, get a good night's sleep. Well, like I said, hopefully be back tomorrow. Can't make any guarantees because it always depends on the kids, but hopefully I can get the bad taste out of my mouth from these terrible runs tonight with some really good ones tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, thanks again, and we will hopefully see you next time. Well, thanks for the GG, Steven.